Cimoooooooo! Welcome to Tech Tuesday, a weekly series where we discuss some awesome tech cards as well as help make you a better player. This week's card is Nightbeam, a really awesome tech card that your opponent won't see coming. Nightbeam has a really cool effect. It targets one set spell or trap card on your opponent's side of the field and destroys it. But the kicker is your opponent can't activate the set spell or trap card in response to the activation of Nightbeam. Now, since the meta has become dominated by chainable trap cards, Nightbeam has a really interesting niche now because your opponent won't be able to activate those chainable trap cards in response, say if you were to use Mystical Space Typhoon or some other effect. So that means that all of their good chainable trap cards become absolutely useless. Now, why is this card a good tech card? Well, let's take a look at some of the best decks of the format and see how we can best use Nightbeam to our advantage. First, let's take a look at Burning Abyss. Now, Burning Abyss runs so many chainable trap cards. Their big ones include Phoenix Wing Windblast, Karma Cut, Regeki Break. All of these really powerful chainable trap cards not only hurt your side of the field, but they trigger their Burning Abyss monster's effects. So with Nightbeam, you're accomplishing two things. You're not only removing the threat off of their side of the field, but you're preventing them from gaining even more advantage through the Burning Abyss monster's effects by using them as costs to fuel their discard chainable trap cards. Moving into Shaddolls. Shaddolls run a very small trap lineup, but the traps that they do run are really powerful. Take a look at Sinister Shadow Games. It's one of the most powerful chainable trap cards in the game right now. But with Nightbeam, you're hitting that Sinister Shadow Games and possibly preventing your opponent from going +2. And finally, moving into some lower tier decks. Nightbeam is really strong against a deck like Mermail because you can pop their Abyss Sphere without them being able to chain it. Normally, if you use a card like Mystical Space Typhoon on their Abyss Sphere, they chain the sphere, summon Lyn, and then MST pops the sphere, which kills Lyn and triggers Lyn to summon something else from the deck. With Nightbeam, you just skip all that. You pop the sphere, it's a 1-for-1, they don't gain any advantage, and it's a really good way to simplify the game state. Let me know down in the comments what you guys think about Nightbeam. Nightbeam is a really powerful card. It might not have the versatility of a card like Mystical Space Typhoon, but any really powerful chainable trap card, Nightbeam will just totally dispose of it. Thank you guys so much for watching the video. We'll see you next week.